1 second. I always like to use my headphone for this. Oh fuck. Alright. I started and it's freaking tangled to hell right now. Oh my goodness. That's why when you push that record button, it's on, man. This is on, bro. But you guys can still hear me, so I will continue to talk as I get this out. Looks, this light looks kind of low, but turn up, it's like max right now. Like, ooh. Anyways, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while. It's been yet, like, what, 2 weeks? A month? Pretty close. My last video I was talking about, you know, should I charge versus TFP. I came to the conclusion that it's an inevitability that I will start an official business around photography. That much is for certain, and it's nothing against TFP. In fact, I will continue to do TFP, I guess, pretty much at my own discretion. But I didn't really want to talk about photography or just business in general today. Obviously, with the title, I'd like to talk more about this last year in review, and just I'll endeavor to briefly go over as much as I can. And if you're in chat, or if you're coming online for the first time, you're more than welcome to, chime in, say hello, what's up, Happy New Year, whatever. And yes, definitely Happy New Year, Happy 2018, happy, and I wish everybody would have a fulfilling and prosperous New Year. I know it's already New Year for much of the world already, so most of the world is already experiencing 2018, so you guys can see into the future. How satisfied are you with live streaming on YouTube? A very happy smiley face. There you go. Okay. I think I got it all undone, so I am cool. Plug that bad boy in, make sure it works. Test, 1, 2, got him. Alright, works. We are set, ready to rock and roll. And it's a little warm now. Let me take that off. Oh yeah, it's gonna get even more warmer as I drink this beer. Where do I begin? So I don't want this to be like a long, drawn out story about, my life. Like, I was born in 1982. Most people don't know how old I am. I appear that I was born in like 1992 though, for some reason. Good genes, genetics, whatever. I'm cool with it. But where should we start? So this is just like a general. It's not anything, and it's not specific to anything. It's just like this year has been, what can I say? It's been interesting for the most part. I don't necessarily have any complaints about it, and I suppose any complaints I do have is really my fault. So I guess I'll start there. So, as well as like the great things about 2017, there's always the not so great things, and like I said, I will strive to keep this as brief as possible while the fireworks are going off in the background. But you're more than welcome to chime in here. My chat looks weird, so I'm gonna say something. Hey, how you doing? That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, it's all white now. I swear it used to be gray, like a gray box. Am I wrong? Anyway, so as with any year, I believe the last New Year's I spent watching fireworks with my friend. That was right before I started driving for Lyft. I drove a couple hours, made some good money. Um, that's the boring part. So I'm trying to think. Well, most of the year was pretty good, I would say. I did not have any complaints, like I said. More so, I don't really expect too many people to be watching this right now anyways. I know everybody's wrapped up in their own lives and New Year's celebrations and all that, so this will be here. This will be on here. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just putting it here right now because it's 9:41 Hawaii Standard Time, and I am just about ready to bring in a new year. So, that said, where exactly do I begin? I'm 6 minutes in, and I have not really gone anywhere with this. What the heck? That's why I like to edit this stuff, but it takes far too long. Well, the year actually started off a bit slow for me. And I was still doing basically the reserve thing. I'm still doing that. And right now, actually, I'm at the crossroads of whether I want to do it, continue to do it or not. And as with anything, it's something I've been pondering for a long time and considering it as well. It's not something that I love doing, but it is something I can do and it makes me extra money. However, it's not my passion, and that's a good way to start, right? Now, one of the things I've been doing this year, I've been doing a Navy Reserve duty. I've been doing it since 2011. It's been about 6-7 years now. Doing that, I did 4 years active duty Navy, so that's 4 years. That's it's about 11 years by the time my contract ends this upcoming February. Now, I'm at the crossroads right now because the contract is about to be over. It's done for now. And I'm looking for something to not so much replace it itself, but to replace the income, savings, whatever that I'm getting from it. So that's one of the things. And what I've been thinking about it all year, and up to this point. And I suppose I've been really, really, really productive in the last 4 months actually. That I've been doing a lot of photography, so that kicked off. So year started off slowly for me, and it wasn't until March. I thought it was February this whole time. It was actually March that I did my first photo shoot with my former roommate. She's a dancer, and we decided we wanted to do a photo shoot together. My very first, and so ever since then, it was like this thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I enjoy this. So one of the main things that happened for me this year was finding my passion in something I never thought I'd find my passion in. Portrait photography. Now, not just photography in general, but portrait photography. Now, I've taken pictures, I'd say more seriously for the last 2 years. So when I was in Australia, I brought a better camera and got more into like landscapes, street photography, that sort of thing. And that's when I got more serious with my craft, more serious with my skills, building that up. To March, did my first photo shoot this year, and lots of lessons learned. And one of them being, don't take your cell phone to the water. It can get wet, and it did get wet. So cell phone got ruined. I had to get a new one, and that was just fun. Fun. But all in all, the shoot went well. It was a complete success. And again, lessons learned all around because I have very little idea. I mean, I knew somewhat what to do, but yet I was very new to this whole thing. So, in fact, photography-wise, I kept doing landscapes and street stuff, and it wasn't until September, between August and September of this year, when I took this workshop, and I was like, it was a flash workshop, so it was off-camera flash workshop, off-camera lighting. I worked with 3 models that day, and as well as other photographers over there, made some friends, and it's been an amazing adventure ever since. And I figured that day alone, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to continue to do. And so I was hard pressed, and I was like, well, now I have this fire that's lit under my ass, and what I wanted to do was just go out and shoot, just go out. So I started obviously with my friends, but once that dried up, because that dried up pretty fast, so friends, schoolmates, that sort of thing, that was like 2 or 3 people. Thanks, by the way, whoever participated in that and helped me learn some things about myself and my craft to continue to move on. After that dried up, I had to start looking for actual models, which is, for some people, it's very, very difficult because they feel like they're not there yet, but I had no choice. So it was either I wait for my friends or schoolmates or whatever to be like, oh, let's shoot, or just go out, balls to the wall, and be like, hey, I'm new to this, want to shoot. And I actually had a very good response from a lot of people, and I want to personally thank everyone, each and everyone that has worked with me up to this point. So I've worked with more than 2 handful of models at this point in time, and I've gained so much experience. I've met so many amazing people, and photographers as well. I've met some other photographers, other awesome creatives, makeup artists, and models in this field, and I totally love it. I totally enjoy it. I loved it. So it's one big thing that happened for me this year was my superpower just kind of blew up, and just finding that passion and finding that part of me was just the most amazing thing that I can describe. And again, I want to thank everybody that's helped me in this whole adventure up to this point. I really do appreciate it, lending your time, lending your trust, because I was fairly new. I was like, oh, I don't know. I was just like, okay, I'm new. Can we shoot? You know, and people were like, yeah. Some people didn't respond at all, but that's 2 different things. Technical issues with IG, etc. Too many likes, too many messages, and etc. But for most time, for the most part, it's worked out, and that was one of the biggest things of my 2017. Is finding that, and so I'm really looking forward to 2018 being that I push more past myself and continuing to learn and build my craft as more of a professional photographer. That's coming. Like I said, it's something I've been really pondering up to this point as well, starting an official business. And I'll start small, of course. I actually do have a paid shoot coming up though, so I'm looking forward to that. I need to get my balls in gear for that one. Nah, it'll be alright though. Seriously, it will be fine. It'll be fine. There's one watching. Is that me or is that somebody else? I think it's just me. I'm watching myself, so it's cool. That's good, by the way. Wailua wheat. So, that was the major thing for me this year. Something else. I took a vacation back to Australia as well, in July. So their winter again. Our summer was blazing hot here. I went there, um, seeing my old roommates. They're pretty cool. Like, he let me stay there for free. And I was like, dude, you don't have to do that. But I really did appreciate that, and I gotta reach out to him because I haven't like talked to him yet in a while since then. So it's, one of the things is being like so busy. It's just like time. This whole year has just flown by, like literally just like that, and it's already the 31st of December. I was like, wow. But no, it was cool. I went there for about a week and a half. I went to Melbourne this year, so I did some traveling. I did do some traveling, and I would really like to do more traveling coming up in this new year. I don't have anything really planned right now. I know that's not a good thing to not have anything planned. So I'm looking into some things. I know for a while I was mentioning about teaching English overseas. And I'm kind of putting that on the back burner right now just because, well, of how things have taken off with my photography. So it's just like, well, if I stop and just drop it right now, it's like, I don't really think it's a good idea. So one thing I can do, and one thing I found was this, let's see if I can find it. It's VIP Kids online, so it's actually a web version of teaching kids English, but online to kids in China. So that's something I'm looking at right now. I got the information. All I gotta do is I gotta do kind of like some mock lessons, pass a few tests. Because obviously they're going to be like, hey, the Joe Schmo from Hawaii is wanting to sign up for this thing. I mean, is he crazy? Is he capable of actually teaching? So that's something I'm looking at right now. So I haven't taken teaching abroad off the table entirely. It's just right now with photography being like one of my main things right now of importance, it's kind of hard to just walk away and just do something entirely different right now. So I'll keep you into. I know I have friends and they're like wondering, like, hey, are you gonna go? You gonna do it? You gonna do it? Well, this kind of just took off, and I'm feeling it. Like I'm not like wanting to just walk away right now. I love it, I love it. That's why I'm like, so I'm gonna look into the VIP kid thing as like a supplement for income, and I still want to teach abroad, so that's not off the table entirely. It's just something that I'm gonna put on the back burner right now because I'm not ready for it yet. Now, mentally, I'm ready. I could do it, but it's just like I don't think it's a great idea right now. But I still want to do it. So it's not like I don't want to do it. I still desire to do it. Plus, because it's travel, right? I mean, I'm sure there's a way I could get obviously the travel portion, and then the finding models overseas would be the ideal thing for me. But if I could find the time to do that. Like finding the time here. By the way, that's a softbox. My friend gave me that for Christmas. I thank you, by the way, for that, because I did need a smaller softbox, because the bigger one is, well, it is nice. I can't exactly take that everywhere. So, but that I can take pretty much anywhere. It's a nice size. I can do headshots, that sort of thing. So I went to Australia. Met up an old friend there. Cool guy, by the way. And we just shot the shit, and it was a pretty good vacation overall. I still have, you know what? I have so many photos I have not even put up online from that, and I'm guilty as charged. I know. I've been really, like, ever since then, between July and August and September, like, the whole portrait thing just jumping off like that, I haven't really, like, I had time here and there, but, like, editing photos it can be, like, very, like, it can be tedious sometimes. And so I'm kind of like, okay, well, I like to do it, but because it's also a learning experience, right? So I learned how to do, like, different, what's the mood that I want to convey in a photo? What's the theme of the shoot? Who am I shooting? Because, I mean, everybody has a different skin color, different skin tone, so that also takes into account what settings I use, because I can't use the same settings for one person or another, not exactly. And that part is actually cool, like, learning that sort of thing. But, like, like, when I get like a bunch of photos that are, like, similar, and I just, this, then I get like, damn, okay, I'll take a break. My eyes need rest, basically. But no, I mean, it's part of the process. I know it's part of the process, and that's one of the things that makes photography so interesting, is just learning something new. Even having it for so long and be like, oh, I learned something new today, and I did not know that. Thank you. I appreciate that. So it was cool, like, going back to Australia again. It was like, and then we went back to campus for a very brief moment in time, just the nostalgia, because I was there for 5 months. Like I said, 5 months. That was my home. That was my third home away from home. And I still consider actually moving there, just as can we do that? It's a way it can. I know I'm kind of, like, older, so immigration is kind of like, dude, you're kind of older. I don't know, but I would really, like, consider moving there. Like, seriously, like, if I wasn't, like, because right now what I'm looking at moving to the West Coast, United States, right? I've been here. It's my home. It's my home country. But I have been considering moving to Australia. Just not serious enough to actually look too far into it. And I know I need to. So one of the things I'm going to be doing, I know this year, because, well, next year, more so, because it's, like, in a few hours, is places to move. Or not necessarily settle down, but just, like, kind of like the new chapter in my life. I know it's coming. With the whole, and that's one of the things about, I mentioned with the Navy Reserve, because if it's coming to a close, and I can kind of, like, I can kind of move more, kind of, like, go where I want to without a leash or a chain or a link, whatever you want to call it, then that was one of the reasons why I was really considering getting out, because I was like, well, I'm going to go abroad, teach English, etc., etc. I can do it, but very limited if I was still in the reserves, and I could not fulfill my obligation of it. Pretty much, I could not fulfill my obligation. Now, I also said, if I planned on staying in, I would become an officer, so there's that option. like I said, it's not something I would love to do. It's just something I can do. And I've been juggling that can and love thing for last year. So it's not something I would love to do. It's just something I can do, and I don't really want to do it. It's just I can. So let's make the point, you know. Choices, right? The choice I have to make, and I have a week to make the choice. So that was like the two major things: photography, and then going on vacation back to. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll tell you about my. She's not my girlfriend. We don't go out or anything like that. I consider her a friend. A friend with benefits, as you will, something like that. Not really, but I ended up meeting her again when I was there, and I learned. Well, I learned some things about her. So she's a very genuine woman, and I understand like the reality is I'm here, she's there, we're thousands of miles apart, she's doing her thing, I'm doing my thing. It can never work. At least right now. Now if I'm looking ahead let's focus on 5 years from now. 5 years is it seems like it's a long time. It is. It is. And at the same time, it'll be here. I imagine, I'm thinking like, damn, I'll be 40 in 5 years. That's crazy. I mean, I'm not saying that's old. I'm just saying that, wow, I mean, when I think of the number 40, I'm like, damn, that's like another bracket, right? Yeah, that's another age bracket. So I have that at my doorstep. Age. I'm not like fearing like, oh man, I'm getting old, like shit. I mean, I guess one of the things I should work on more is working out. So again, this isn't my resolution thing or nothing like that. I'll make a different video for that later, if I do make a video for that, because I made a video last year and that. Well, let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that. So different goals that I set for last year, or actually this year. What have I accomplished? Okay, so I already know right off the top that my goal of doing one video a week got shit canned. It just didn't happen. Didn't happen. Various reasons, and I don't have an excuse. I have reasons though. I don't have an excuse, but I do have a reason for that. Well, my focus has actually moved a lot to Instagram. Less Twitter, more Instagram. I'm pretty much, I wouldn't say given up on G+, Google+. Google+ has become more of like a ghost town. More and more, actually. So, I mean, I still know people on Google+, but I don't really use it so much as my outlet so much anymore. So, more IG, more Snapchat. In fact, hey, Snapchat, they released this thing. So, it looks like your year. If I get my phone, I can show you what my year was like. Or you can just go to my Facebook and watch it. I put it up there, so you can share it. Yeah, I want to keep this kind of going, so I don't want to I think it's like a 5-minute video, all in all. So anyway, we're going about 30 minutes here. I'm not gonna be much longer, and I actually will stick to that because I want to get off this. I have some pictures to edit. I got some pictures to get out. So the other things of 2017, photography wise, I started a portfolio site. I started working on my blog more. So for that, I'm grateful for myself. So social media wise, I focus more on my blog, my Instagram, my portfolio, which I update every now and then. So I actually just updated not too long ago, and I'm going to be updating it again just to reflect at least the last few edits, well, photo shoots I've uploaded so far. Yes, actually, there are 2 photo shoots I have not uploaded yet, and I'm waiting for tomorrow. Well, Sunday is an okay day for Instagram, but it's not the best day for Instagram. In fact, Monday is one of the better days for Instagram. But because this Monday is a holiday, that might affect it. Kind of like a Saturday. So if I release something now up to tomorrow afternoon, it should be good, right? Statistically, anyway. Statistically. So those are new things this year. And next year, I am planning. Did I fall asleep for a second? Because I had my eyes closed for like, seemed like forever, like. Oh man. What else? I know there's a lot more that happened. Again, I've met some pretty amazing people this year, and both inside and out of photography. So it's not just photography, but I will admit though that this craft of mine has allowed me the opportunity to meet some pretty cool people, both on the in front and behind the camera, and I'm grateful. Like I could not be any more happier. I could not be more appreciative, and this is why I look so much forward to next year, because like I literally did a photo shoot today. I probably will not get to them edit wise, but I will put some sneak peeks up on my Instagram. That's a Mystic Mind Eye. And oh yeah, MX photo shoots with an F. So look out for those sneak peeks to come up shortly. And I will keep the sneak peeks up as long as it takes for me to do the edits and bring them out. Now, Instagram has this new feature where you can put like your highlights up for an indefinite amount of time now. So it's not just 24 hours. You can put them in the highlight section, and it will be there. So that's where I will put those. I was working with Christopher Baggett of CMI Images. Actually, it's CM Images. Christopher Michael Images. And pretty cool guy, by the way. I've been hanging out with him. We've been having dinner pretty much like once per week, which I probably should cut down on eating out. I've spent so much money lately on eating out. No, cool guy though. We just shoot today, like a New Year's thing. 2 models, Rebecca Cerrone and Marichu. 2 models I haven't worked with before ever, and I've wanted to work with for a while. Finally got a chance to, thanks to him. And so look forward to those sneak peeks coming up shortly. Yeah, as you can tell, there's fireworks going off everywhere. So 360, bam that way, all around me. 360 degrees, baby. Oh, I think we got somebody else in the view. But I mean, like, seriously, it's gonna be going off all night. So that happened today, and we might do a shoot tomorrow. I don't know if I want to, because I just got like 2 new edits I gotta make now from today, and I'm trying to keep myself not so much in debt to myself, because I don't like that feeling. Like where I have a bunch of photo shoots I gotta finish, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so behind right now. I don't like that feeling. So what I'm trying to do is kind of keep like, well, it's cool to have like maybe one or two edits like on the back burner that I'm working on at all times. 'Cause it's not like it's not that bad. It's like, oh, it's there, but I know I can finish it tomorrow if I really wanted to. But if I have like 5 photo shoots thanks to Big Island, which by the way was a great learning experience for me, but that was like 5 photo shoots one day, 5 women, and it put me so far behind. And I still have photos I have to do. Well, not really have to. I've pretty much fulfilled my part of the agreement. So if I want to put more photos up, it's up to me. But I haven't gotten any feedback like, hey, I like this photo, I like this photo, which is what I started doing lately. And I haven't gotten any feedback, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stop doing it. Thanks, but no thanks, kind of thing. Like, well, you either like them, you didn't. That's cool. I mean, if you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. That's where I'm at with that. This beer is not helping. By the way, before I started this video, I was taking a nap. Thanks to Panda Express. It knocked me the hell out. Like, holy cow. I think it was like the sugar. I still kind of feel it. So, and the beer doesn't really help, but the beer has a different feeling versus like a sugar high. Although if I drink beer before going to sleep, I'll feel a sugar high in the morning. Not really a high, but like, oh, I can feel it. So 2017, all in all, was a great year. I know we had some both good and bad. We got this guy in the White House kind of thing, and love him or hate him, he's there. Different things that happen in the news. Wages are not wages, but taxes. Taxes are gonna go up. Fees are gonna go up. There's a lot of things I'm not really looking forward to it next year, but something I gotta deal with. And like with any year that has come before, we continue to progress, and that's all we can do, because as with any other year, there's always good and bad, no matter what. That's life. And life kind of, I mentioned all this amazing stuff, and, the finding myself, finding pieces and shards of myself, but there's also the not so good things. Like, I was at a really dark point, and I wouldn't say dark, but at certain things I can't really say just because it's just like it's a sensitive issue, because I'm kind of still dealing with it. But I wasn't like always happy, and before I found my passion, my craft and everything, it was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I graduated, college, got a degree, but what am I doing? Kind of thing. And that's why it's kind of sensitive, because I'm still dealing with it right now. Job wise, just what, and that's why the question is always like, what's your passion? Not, well, what can you do? What can you do to make money? That's important. It's not that it isn't important. It's important, but what else can I do? What would I like to do? What would I love to do? And so I've been kind of going back and forth, these two questions back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Which is why I'm highly considering starting a business very soon. Sooner than later. Kind of like the whole portfolio building thing was a soft open. It was like, get some faces in there, meet some people, network a bit, and get your name out there. There's a lot of people that still don't know me. It's like, who is this guy? Oh, Mystic Mind. Aye, that's right. And most people that have even seen that they have an idea what that is. They have an idea of who I am. They have an idea of what kind of shoots I do, that thing. But they don't know me. So that's one thing I'm going. One out of many things I'm going to work on this upcoming year is getting my name out there more so than ever. And finding more of what I can do with my passion versus what I can do with anything else that I give two shits about. That's the truth. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Like I said, I don't want to keep this long, but we're already 40 minutes in, and it's 10:15. I got stuff to do, guys. I got stuff to do, but I do really do appreciate coming on here, tuning in, supporting me, as you always do. And I really do appreciate that, and I really hope I can support you in any way, shape, or form that I can do. If that's even just liking your liking your photo or something. Don't tell me like your photo though, because that's annoying as hell. People tell me, please like my stuff, dude. Don't do that. That's poor etiquette. That is one of my pet peeves. Do not ask me to like anything. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Just don't ask me. I'm not gonna ask you to do it. What I am gonna say though, if you like what you see in here, please like and subscribe. That's my thing. If you don't like it, it's fine. I don't mind. Whatever. Move on to the next page, next channel, whatever. But if you do, and you want to see more of this, obviously, please like and subscribe. And if you think other people could benefit from this, please, by all means, share. That's all I'm saying. That's all I ask. So it's not a big thing. It's just, it is what it is. It's my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna strive. I'm not gonna promise you anything, but I'm gonna strive to put more content up on this channel, because I do have some investment in this. I want this to become bigger and better. I really do. And even if it becomes just a photography channel, which I don't plan on doing that, there's plenty of other photographers out there that can do it better than I am, better than I can. Although I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind starting small, like, hey, this is, if I just explain to you what it is, like, the basic triangle of the camera, that sort of thing. I wouldn't mind doing that sort of thing. Just kind of like, because it also helps me too, like, it keeps my knife sharp as well. Keeps my craft and skill sharp, so. No, I'm going to finish this beer, and not right now, but I'm going to finish after this video is over, because I could finish, but it's going to take me 20 more minutes, it seems like it. So, anyway, it's been real. 2017 has been filled with awesomeness and not so awesomeness, but for the most part, and to summarize and to conclude, some things have come into my life and other things have gone out of my life, for good or for worse. And I'm fairly content on where I am right now. It's like where I am, where I know that I can't talk, where I know where I am right now, and where I know where I need to be. So I'm content in that right now. And 2018 is gonna be a lot of more changes, a lot of more finding my passion, finding myself, meeting other amazing people, photographers, models, alike, makeup artists, whatever. I feel that next year is gonna bring, and what I look forward to is bring more of that, and I'm gonna continue to do what I do, and hopefully that's put out some more amazing content, because people see that's amazing. I'm not tooting my own horn, I'm saying that people enjoy it. So if people enjoy it, I want to put more stuff out like that. And just continue to inspire. Because I don't want to just put stuff out and be like, oh, what is that? Oh, that's cool, but does it really help? Does it inspire anything? this is a different topic for a different day, but I was thinking about it. What kind of inspiration? You know, it could be a number of things, and beauty is always in the eye of the beholder. So remember that. So that comes with inspiration. So what am I trying to inspire? So that can be any given thing based on whatever shoot I'm doing. I don't like to think that. Actually, let me say that for another day. Let me save that for another day. So, but yeah, thanks for coming, guys. It's been real. It's been great, and I look forward to having another amazing year. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for believing in me. Where sometimes I didn't really believe in myself. But one friend of mine told me this, and I've kept this saying, this quote, that you're 20 times more capable. I'm not actually sure where it came from, but I just remember hearing it from him. You're 20 times more capable than you think. And I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to keep believing that. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying to freaking find my optimal version of myself in this life. In whatever universe that my optimal self actually exists, I want to harness that power, and I want to become that. Somehow, find it and become that. That's one of the only ways I think I can get better at doing what I do is just harness that. And either way, it's a good skill builder, right? Whether you believe in different parallel universes or not is besides the point. I'm going to keep going. And I know everyone isn't going to agree. And I'm fine with that. That's life. I don't agree with everything everybody says either, so I'm like, well, we can be friends, but I mean, if you want to walk away and walk out of my life, that's fine too. I know it got dark really fast. But no, seriously. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be yet another great year. And if you think for just a tiny second that you're going to have a bad year, you are. So channel your positive energy into something useful and believe in yourself. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue believing in myself and believing in the self that people see in me. Because sometimes I don't always see it, but there's other people that see it in me. And so I have to believe in that person that they see. Because I don't always feel like I'm that person. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you for that. Thank you for your support. And I will see you next year. Thanks, guys. It's going to be an awesome year. Cheers, by the way. Be safe, by the way. Don't drink and drive. Don't be stupid. If you plan on going anywhere, take a Lyft, take an Uber, and for God's sake, take a cab even. But don't drink and drive. Don't smoke and drive either. Anyways, peace out.